Hey guys, Inferno here. These are your top 10 tips and tricks for SAS4 in 2025. Let's get into it. For tip number 1, we have lobby boosting for more XP. I did mention this in my other tips and tricks video from a while ago, but it will be a key part for some of the future tips I'll give, and it's really useful. Lobby boosting is simple. Just get a friend, an alt account, or queue randomly. Once you're in a lobby with at least one other person, you want to disconnect your Wi-Fi and keep it off until you disconnect from your lobby. When you're given the option to continue or quit, press continue. After continuing, you're now in a high-level lobby all by yourself, which means more zombies and more XP. Lobby level depends on the combined level of all players, so if you do this with 3 level 100s in your game, it'll be the most effective. And if you're doing this by yourself with 2 accounts, once you're in the game, you can just leave on the account used for boosting and it'll still work. For number 2, we have a good way to grind for weapon mastery XP to level up your weapons. So you're going to use the weapon that you need to level up and queue into a high level Nightmare Zombie Pods game. The strategy is also more effective if your lobby is boosted. Once you're in the Zombie Pods game, you want to destroy all but 2 or 3 of the perch nests. Now when you let the zombies start to spawn in, they'll stack up really quickly, allowing for a very large amount of weapon XP over time. Then once you're done with your XP grind, destroy the nests and move on to the final room. I will warn you that destroying the nests will not stop the zombies from spawning, but you can still run to the final room. It's just that some zombies might get in the way, so definitely be careful when trying to complete the mission. Tip 3. If you want to grind for elite augment cores without a 4-man team or before you reach level 96, do this. First, this method only works in a Nightmare power-out game. No other map can be used. So you'll need a lobby of 2 or 3 total people. For a 2-player team, your combined levels need to be 174 or above. And for a 3-player team, your combined levels need to be between 219 and 245. Now this method is very inconsistent and is nowhere near as good as the normal 396 level core grind lobbies. But I do have fun doing this before level 96 and I have gotten a good amount of cores from it. Now if your first boss is a Savage Devastator, this will lead to a Savage Necrosis, and there's a chance of it being an Elite Savage Necrosis, which can give you Elite Augment cores. If the first boss isn't a Savage Devastator, then you most likely won't find any cores. And while recording for this video, I got an Elite Savage Necrosis my second game, and a core from the first nano it dropped, so I was super happy and surprised. Now for tip 4. Don't waste time with any contracts except for the XP contract. If you need money, play Survivors or Nightmare mode. If you need high damage ammo or utility, you can just buy it with money from Survivors or Nightmare mode. But I would highly suggest playing all of the XP contracts. They're your best friend for XP and become insanely effective when utilizing the lobby boosting mechanic. And tip number 5, if you play on a computer and want to run full speed, hover your cursor over any of the UI like your grenade button or the weapon tab. This will prevent your character from backpedaling and can be useful for speedruns. Number 6, you can end the Nightmare VIP mission early with Assault Team. You just have to make sure that you kill the second boss, but keep the first boss alive at around 2 or 3 bars of health, then activate Assault Team on the helipad. If done properly, the helicopter should arrive in about 5 seconds. If not, try moving around a bit. This works because the game detects a friendly NPC within the landing area, which triggers the helicopter's arrival. This is useful for core grinding lobbies where any time save counts, and could also be useful if an AFK teammate has the VIP. Tip 7. Save elite augment cores for worthy gear. I advise against using cores on any normal or red gear. Even a lot of the black gear may not be worth it, so I suggest looking into the relevance of any gear that you want to use your cores on. Number 8. If you want base credits from the faction war, only play the Reactor Leak game mode, aka Terminals. It's by far the best way to get base credits, and all other faction playlists are irrelevant compared to it. I also suggest joining an active Discord server to grind faction war. There you'll be able to find more effective grinding strategies and people to play with. Now for tip number 9. If your bossing weapon has expensive ammo, I suggest carrying a backup weapon or a mobbing weapon that has really cheap ammo. For example, if you're using a Hicks S300, it may be worthwhile to carry a mobbing gun like the Gigavolt. A bad choice would be something like the Jupiter that just eats away at your money if you're buying high damage ammo. Now you could carry around 2 primary weapons with expensive ammo, but if you do, I'd suggest carrying a secondary weapon which is good at mobbing, like the GG17 or Mustang. And finally, trick number 10. If you want to level up your armor masteries, equip only the armor piece you need to level up, preferably without any defensive augments on it, and then play the Faction War Elimination mode. Once you're in, die to the zombies. Each death counts as a win for Mastery XP, allowing you to gain XP extremely quickly by replaying this mission and dying as quickly as possible every time. You should also make sure that your equipped armor piece is red, not normal and not black. This is because red armor gains Mastery XP the quickest. And that's all for this video, so good luck guys, see ya.